welcome to the third episode of the Barely Educated podcast. Here in our third studio of the third podcast.
This one is the final one, but we gonna deck it out.
Yeah, we definitely gotta. I mean, we're slowly building every time, like always.
Oh man, it's fucking hard.
We'll see by podcast 10 if we could actually get a decent audio, and I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Figure out how to edit, maybe get some cool things like look on the screen, and something will pop up there.
Yeah,
like
fuck that. No. That's episode 30.
Yeah, it's episode 30.
We got a couple orders of business to get to. I got a video today. Oh man, imagine we could get the video in the podcast, just like cut in right now.
We probably could.
Yeah, we probably could.
Okay, you know what? Video. Roll it.
Tell me, DaVinci, how excited are you to get a shout out in Barely Educated podcast?
I'm fucking pumped. That is the greatest podcast I've ever fucking seen, man.
Episode 3's coming out tomorrow, man.
I'm pumped. I can't wait.
All right, right on.
Might even take the day off for it.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Pumped.
Or if it's not there, it's because we couldn't do it and we didn't know how. But we got to put a shout out to our boy DaVinci. He's our number one fan.
Number one fan. Doesn't miss a cast, I heard.
Guy fucking taking the day off work today so they can watch it. We upload at 1, usually. Okay. So, it's been a little bit longer than a week, eh? Since our last one? It's been like a week.
Yeah, I've been out of town. So, so it turns out, well, actually, I graduated from university last Monday. Exactly 1 week from this day, I walked the stage. Oh man, I actually have a I have a great story about the grad. So I mean, for me, the grad was kind of an afterthought. I was really going there because it was my old roommate's birthday, on June 9th. So I was preparing for that. So I packed, shorts, gym stuff, and then like a nice, just like t-shirts, and just like maybe like one pair of shorts that are actually like wearable, and like. Just my regular shoes are kind of beaten up. So, grad on Monday. I'm like, okay, I figured it's a gown, right? It's a grad gown. And, I remember, like, from high school, the gown pretty much covered your whole body. Like, it was a dress.
I don't know.
Right? Like, the gown, like, covers, like, tip to toe, like, you're covered.
Tip to toe. Tip of what?
Tip your neck to your toes.
Okay.
Something like that. Anyway.
The neck.
The neck,
tip to toe. So it just covers your feet. The gown. It's shoes. Is that all? That's all you wear when you graduate? It's just shoes, tip to toe.
So I was in my birthday suit. But yeah, because I figured like, okay, no one's gonna see what I'm wearing under this. It's a gown. It's basically.
You actually should have just planned to go naked.
I would have. I might as well have just been in my boxers. Like I might as well have been. So yeah, I get there. I'm walking. All I wore was my gym shorts, my old shoes, and I was actually lucky that my socks were the same height today. It could have been a little bit worse. But yeah, I'm just in these beat up old shoes that are completely destroyed. My gym shorts and a basic t-shirt. So I'm walking up to the grad. I walk in there to like find my gown, and as soon as I step in, girls to the nines, dresses, high heels. The guys, they got their nicest dress shirt. And
they're graduating university, of course.
They're graduating university, so they dressed for the occasion.
I feel like that's not like they're not dressed to the nines. They're dressed appropriately.
Yeah, but I mean, I was wearing a good t-shirt.
Fuck, I laughed.
I was wearing a real good t-shirt.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen the video of it. I really gotta watch it.
There's a video?
Yeah, my dad recorded it, like me walking across the stage.
Here, we could put in that picture.
Yeah, probably. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure
if you didn't see the video of DaVinci, you're not seeing the picture of Ben.
Yeah, there might be a picture here, or even a video on my dad's camera. We can get that in here for sure.
There'll be a picture of DaVinci right here.
and then
I still want to get DaVinci
and my grad gown here
beside each other. I need a picture of DaVinci.
Oh yeah, you should have seen the looks I was getting though. Like everyone's looking at me like, is this guy actually graduating? Like, is he like somebody's friend? Like is he like walking across the stage?
Were you the only one like that dressed?
Only one. Only person not wearing dress clothes.
Really?
Yeah, and the gown.
Like even Dill?
Oh, it was like different days. Like the Monday was like health students or whatever.
Okay.
But the gown, because I thought it covered everything, but all it was is a thin material. It has it pins only one pin at the top, so that when you walk, it drapes open like a cape. Like it's pretty much not even a gown. It's a cape.
Did you have a hat though?
It's a cape with sleeves. You don't even get a hat. Yeah, I didn't get to throw a hat or anything.
It's because Brock has no money.
It was ridiculous. So I was wearing this cape, like this cape. So as soon as I started my strut across the stage, the wind catches it, and it just reveals my legs, my bare legs in my gym shorts. So, I really want to see the video.
Were people laughing at you?
Oh well, they didn't say anything, but I could only assume that like, you should have seen what the professors were wearing. They had like you know those Renaissance hats?
Yeah.
With like a feather? They were wearing those Renaissance hats, and they had their all gowns and stuff. Graduation is a weird place.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
It was so funny because it was an hour and a half long.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it only took half an hour for all of us to go get our diplomas and be done. The first hour was all of the own teachers just sucking each other's dicks. It was like, next up on the stage, hello, I am the president of the school. I have 12 degrees, and the next speaker is Jimmy Joe, who...
so this is more for them.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We taught these ingrades over 4 years.
Yeah.
Ingrades.
Yeah, it took us, no time. They were there, this one guy, I didn't know you can do this, but this one guy, he's a medical doctor, and he's, obviously a great guy. He spends his time, he's done a lot of stuff in Africa, with, all that, and helping that out, and he's done, he's, not taking anything away from him, but it was just,
he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, he's, whatever, it's, super smart and trying to save the world. And then Brock gave him an honorary doctorate of law.
Fuck yeah.
So, 10 years of school, they just said, you know what, you're a great guy, you now have a doctorate of law.
Oh yeah, that happens in fucking, with actors all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have to, know anything about it? It's just
it's actors get all the time for, no reason, but I know, Bill Nye has an honorary science degree. So he has a science degree, he's never taken a science course in his life, he was an engineer.
Yeah.
But because he's Bill Nye the science guy...
They just give him away.
Yeah. Well, it's not just give it, he put in the research over all these years and everything. That guy's done the work. I'm sure he dealt with a lot of shit to do with the law.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's you may not have studied it, but you deserve it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He couldn't go turn around and be a lawyer tomorrow because he doesn't have, you still need
just because it's honorary,
yeah.
It's not real. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it is real though. It's you can hang it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, man, I went here for 4 years. I got this little bachelor. This guy works for his whole entire life saving children everywhere, but whatever.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I want that honorary doctorate. That'd be sweet.
Oh fuck.
One day.
People were pretty fired up about my deaf comment in the last.
Oh, who said something about it?
Just D.
Just D.
She was like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
"Man, well, if you got offended by it."
How about fucking Bullard watched the whole thing? He liked it.
Oh, did he?
But he was at Emodio's, and she thought he left because he was just hanging out upstairs watching it for 45 minutes. But he was at her house.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
That's fucking hilarious. So let's hear about the whole, because you were gone for 7 days.
Yeah, full week. So Monday was graduation, and then since I was I was in school at St. Catherine's, I have some friends there. So from Monday to Wednesday, I decided I was couch surfing. Well, actually, the whole week I was couch surfing. Yeah, I guess graduation was the Monday. But yeah, I was just chilling, couch surfing in St. Catherine's with some friends. Mm-hmm. But before this, I was from Saturday, Sunday. I was at my dad's old elementary school friend. Mm-hmm. So they've known each other their whole entire lives. They grew up in Oakville, and he just retired from
Canada.
Yeah, he just what?
Canadian cities.
Oh, yeah. So he just retired from being a police officer. So, and it was my dad's birthday on the 2nd, the next day. So they, just a good old time partying. And actually, you know what? It was actually, this reminds me. It was so weird because it was my dad and him, like old time like friends, and it was like a reunion thing, like
Just those two?
well, there was a couple other of
Okay,
their like
okay, okay, okay.
friends, and then like they're just shooting the shit, telling stories of when they were like our age and younger, and just like, oh, like what's this person up to, and like blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah.
that's dope.
So like I was just there kind of like drinking. I was like, man, like it's like the same thing that we tell stories, except there's just like a 40-year gap. Like
What the fuck you been doing for 40 years, Jim?
Yeah, it's like-
I had cancer 3 times.
Yeah.
Lost 1 nut.
Yeah, like instead of us like now that we're like 22 reminiscing about when we were like 16, it's 60 reminiscing to like 20.
Oh, I got some shit to talk about later, but just keep going.
Yeah, so it was super like interesting like seeing all this. And then like obviously there's the like, oh, what's he like, oh, he's dead, and like
Oh,
there's all
Jesus
that
Christ.
stuff. But like they're not like sour, but like
That happens. Okay, I'm gonna pause you off this weekend because I've been fucking reading and hearing some shit about that shit that's dope, and it'll make for a fucking good topic to talk about.
'Kay.
You can go back to your weekend in a second. So have you seen Johnny Knoxville's new movie coming out?
isn't it like another like Jackass kind of thing?
Ish. What's it
Ish.
called again?
Or just yeah, anyway, continue.
Okay. So it's his movie, right?
Yeah. Action point.
There it is. Okay. So first things first, he got injured more in this movie than he has his entire career. But apparently, like, everybody wanted this movie to be super good, but apparently it's fucking bad. Apparently
No.
it's like 10% stunts, or no, let's go 20% stunts, 80% scripted. But like people wanted more stunts from what I can gather and less script.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, so it's a fact he got injured more than his entire life. His eyeballs popped out twice during filming. Yeah. So
What?
his eyes popped. He said his eyes popped out twice during filming because he got hurt and they just pop out. And he says you can't see, by the way, when they're out. But then he just shoves them back in. He said it was like instinct, like that's what everybody does. And then he's all fucked up. And if you're squeamish, don't listen now. He fucking tried to do a front flip on a motorcycle or dirt bike or whatever. Failed because he's not a fucking
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, yeah.
Smashed his balls. Nuts.
On the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Like while it was like, did he fall off it?
I don't know.
Oh.
He had to he had to do it himself, put a catheter in. For 3 years he had a catheter. That he had to do himself not because there was damage and they were worried about anything. It's that it was so damaged that they were worried if he didn't catheter every night before bed, his pee hole would close. And they'd have to do surgery to open it up.
Gee.
We're not done yet.
No.
So he broke his face a bunch, but back to the catheter, he had to lube it, right?
Yeah.
And he said in the thing, it was on it's a radio show, definitely, Howard Stern.
Yeah.
He was saying that if he didn't lube it, he'd wake up in the middle of the night, be in a ton of pain, his bed entirely full of blood.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like he would have bled out kind of deal if he didn't wake up. And it's just like everywhere, blood everywhere.
Somebody pay this guy more money.
No, he's fucked now. Like his face is all droopy and like he's fucked, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What's the premise of the movie here?
I have no idea.
Okay, a low rent, out of control amusement park where the rides are designed with minimum safety for maximum fun.
Oh, I know what this. It was a real place that like kids designed, and it was like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want, and they just made and people getting hurt left, right, and center in like the 80s or 70s.
To save his park, him and his loony misfits must risk everything to pull out all the stops and save the day.
Yeah,
Are his like boys in this? Like
I don't
all his
know.
old like Jackass crew?
I don't want to watch it because I know
Yeah.
the outcome. Like, yeah, he just got fucked, man. Like, he's so fucked.
Man,
Yeah.
like that's like I feel like trying to push yourself like that just
Could
to,
you
like, for,
imagine?
like just for the people.
Could you imagine your eyeballs popping out?
No, I couldn't. Like, wouldn't that like tug your brain?
I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Lighter note. We're
God damn.
gonna switch to it. I'm sorry, but we're gonna switch to something else. I was reading today. Do you know, like, so your brain's always like photoshopping shit out and in, right?
Yeah.
So like, you know how you wake up with those like tinglies in your eyes?
Or like when you stand up really fast?
So those are always there, but your brain like photoshops them in and out.
Okay.
So you get a clear picture. But I learned today that you have 2 blind spots in your eyes.
Yeah.
Like they're always there, and your brain just fucking And there's a test for it, where if you cover your left eye and you look at this, you can find the blind spots. So you just can't see. It's just gone. Like it's right there in front of your face.
Yeah, because it fills it because you have your both eyes are like they cross.
Yeah, it's directly in the middle where the blind spots are.
Yeah, so I guess if you injure you have one eye patch, you constantly have a blind spot.
Yeah, it's like right here.
Yeah.
Or no, it's further out. Like This is gonna be a heavy video, so if you're not watching. But yeah, look. Okay, look. Ready? Sorry that this isn't great entertainment, but it's fucking cool. Now watch. Cover your left eye, and then look at the cross. And there it goes. Look, I can't see. I can't see the dot.
So I'm okay.
Cover your left eye and look at the cross.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. How fucking cool is that?
It's back. It's gone.
Yeah. How weird is that?
I actually watched like a TED Talk today about some guy talking about how the brain does this or whatever. And I'm gonna completely butcher like how he presented it, but it's like what you're seeing is your brain's best guess.
Yeah.
So like there's like, you know that illusion where it's like a cylinder on a checkerboard and like it's casting a shadow?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this block is a different color than this one. But they're the same color. It's just because your brain sees like a shadow.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, so if it's the same, it must be lighter.
Okay.
So your brain corrects that. So like that, so you're like, so kind of like everything you're seeing is not like specifically what is there.
Yeah, okay,
It's your brain is filling in blanks all the time, trying to put together a picture based on like what it knows before. So it was showing like a video, like through a camera. It's like Google Deep Dream or whatever.
Sure.
It makes a bunch of like it shows you what you would see if your brain was trying to over analyze stuff.
Okay.
So it's like it also kind of mimics. It's supposed to kind of mimic like a LSD trip or like or something like that. So like
I seem like such a druggie on these, but like I've never like. But I'm just I don't know.
But yeah, so it was showing like if your brain is like uncontrolled, trying to set like put everything together, you get these weird trippy hallucinations. But then it was a super good quote. But basically, I think it was like the reality that we all see is the one that we call our reality because like we've all agreed or whatever. So like imagine everyone all the time is on acid and seeing that, right?
That'd be reality.
That would be what we all see, and then what we would see, like whatever, it would be like, oh, like you're.
Yeah,
not,
no, like it's like that with anything though.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the thing like if you're always happy, you're never actually happy.
Yeah, exactly. So he was saying like what we're seeing all the time is just our brain's controlled version of like reality or whatever. So it was like pretty cool. And then he kind of went into saying like I don't know, basically like the moral was like something along the lines of we're not just perceiving things, it's also what your brain thinks is how it's supposed to be is what you're really like kind of seeing. So there's like internal things happening. So it's not just I look at this and I see like this. It's I look at this and then my brain's like, okay, like I've seen a wall before. I know like this is what it looks like. So there's like kind of I don't know. It's interesting.
Okay, so we'll fucking tiptoe over to our first Would You Rather because apparently these are staying.
Would You Rather's are so fun.
Apparently these are staying. Like this was originally just like we don't know what to do for the first one, but apparently it's staying. So let's keep it going. Okay, Ben. Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals? I have a clear answer, but I also know why I have a clear answer.
Okay.
I'm talking to animals because first of all, it'd be funny as fuck if they're like racist or like just stupid or like I just feel like it'd be funny, but also it'd be like
you talk to a snake. Wait, you can talk to them. So that's assuming they can communicate back somehow.
Like,
you're not just
talking
like
back and forth. Yeah.
So like a snail,
like Dr. Dolittle.
Okay, so it's not like a snail. It's just like meep.
No.
Okay.
No, like let's say it's just both English. Okay. So that'd be cool, but like also like I feel like you could learn a lot from animals and shit like that.
Yeah, or like, yeah, just like, hey,
Also, so the history of every object you touched is dope, right?
that'd
You
be
could
sick.
like, where's this been?
You
Where's this been?
imagine how much.
Oh,
Ima-
that's gonna sound like shit. Sorry.
Imagine just you'd be the best historian ever.
But let's say it's so you learn the history through images, right? You see exactly where it's been. It's just like a fucking flash, and you have all this knowledge where it's been.
Yeah, so you can trace it. Okay.
But like, imagine how much dark shit you'd see.
Yeah, like you touch like this sacrificial dagger. You touch it, and it's just like, I just witnessed so many killings. Oh god.
But not even that. Like, could you imagine something harmless? Every time you touch money.
Oh,
Every time you touch, but like, not even like money's. We won't go into the harmfulness or not of money, but like I touch that lamp. No, like secondhand. Let's say I buy a desk, and I touch a desk, and it's just like, yeah, like this was used for like murder.
Yeah.
something.
I wonder, like, at what viewpoint would you see it though? Like, if this,
It's just like
if I
the table just
no, right? No, like, say you touch that light, would you like see in what's in the room of the light, kind of thing? Like, I wonder, like, how would it work, or like, where's the table's face? Like, what's it looking at? Like, if
it's just under the table, so you just see the ground and nothing else.
yeah, you just touch the table and like,
No, let's just say it's third person, like corner.
okay,
So like you could let's say you could just see it.
one, I would pick the history one because I think that'd be super cool.
No way.
Because it'd be hilarious. Because
It's not funny unless it
Yo,
like has a face.
how
It's just
funny
like,
would it be though to have that power and then you touch a dildo?
No.
That'd be hilarious.
No. No, talk to animals, 100%.
Nah, man, I'd touch dildos.
But like, imagine I'd never be able to hunt again.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Well, nah,
I'd never be able to fish.
because it doesn't mean you can talk to them. It doesn't mean they like you. Like, you can see a bear, like, hey, what's up, bear? Oh, what's up? Like, are you gonna eat me? Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
but
well,
imagine,
that's
like-
gonna suck. Like, you really shouldn't. Like, nah, like, I'm hungry. Like, sorry.
That's like a fish, just like air,
Yeah.
bang, dead. That was me hitting it in the head. No, I'm going.
Or animals just like looking at you, like, look at this fucking guy.
They think they're so. They don't know about the CIA of ants.
Yeah.
That we have running all under there.
They didn't know that all the animals teamed up millions of years ago just to run this earth.
Mother Nature?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So that's the secret society of ants. They run everything.
Mole people.
Yeah.
Moles.
True.
I'm going with animals.
I'm going for touch because I think it'd just be so cool. But you're also touching stuff all the time. So like, are you always just like oh shit, like
What up?
podcasting? And we're gonna have to cut this out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What's up?
You need to put a sign
Yeah, we want to
on the air.
we want a jerking off or not jerking off
Yeah.
sign.
So, who's brown flip-flopping dog around the doorway?
Ah. Yeah, good.
Look, is he? Oh, he's right here already. He's just carrying it around.
It's okay. Those are old.
But that's the setup, eh? Oh,
Yeah.
You've already moved in.
Yeah, you should see it. It's super nice.
Okay, I'm gonna let you see it now. Yeah, you need it on the air.
Yeah.
You need
We'll
some
just write it.
background.
Yeah, we're gonna do all that eventually, but just getting it going.
Okay.
So, would you rather reverse centaur or reverse mermaid?
So I think so basically the reverse mermaid is your top half is a fish, but you got legs.
And a dick and like
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So yeah,
you have all the human body parts, but like
except no hands, no arms. You have fins.
so reverse mermaid, you'd have to be in the water. You'd have to live in water. You're a fish head.
Would you have to?
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
fish
I mean,
head.
I guess a mermaid would be in the water too, right?
Well, it's only because they have no legs, so they can't walk on land.
But now we can't breathe in the air, so we have to be
Yeah.
in water, and we have no like swimming advantage because we're still human legs trying to kick.
Man, fuck that. Like,
But also, okay, I think a reverse centaur, so human legs, but now your
You're just
arms,
falling over
now
all the
your arms are hooves, and you're a horse head.
is it no centaur?
Centaur
centaur
is legs, horse, and then body. So your front legs of a horse and a horse head, but then legs again.
No. So with they do have arms. Oh man.
So now
So I feel like you'd just be like you'd have to walk on all fours, but you'd just be falling over all the time because your head would be so big.
your head would be so heavy. So like yeah, you'd it'd be like you have to run like a horse, except you're like human legs. Man, these are both so bad.
I feel like I'd rather be a fish because like at least I would be able to hide.
I'm thinking, yeah, I like the reverse.
But I wouldn't be in the ocean. Like I'd do like deep lakes.
Deep lake.
Yeah, because I'm not going in the ocean with
Yo,
sharks and shit.
If you're a reverse, whatever.
Wait, am I
fish-
merman? Can I be a merman?
No.
Yeah, because do you still have the arms of a human as
No,
the big
you,
fish?
you just got the flippers.
So I have no hands and
You got flippers. So in the water, you can push
Do
yourself.
I have human brains? Or am I a fish brain?
Or like you're just a fish.
So am I just a fish? Or...
So you're either a grazing horseman, because you're a horse now, so you're just grazing, or you're just a fish with shitty ass legs.
Good enough.
Okay, you have human intelligence. Yeah, you have
You'd just be the retard fish and horse. Like you'd hang out with other horses too, but you'd just
and you know, like especially if you could speak to animals too, you'd just be that one like fake horse, and everyone's
so
like,
mad.
"Yo, look at this fucking thing."
no, they don't think that it's just like a human and like a fucking like this is obviously a human. Like fuck that guy.
Yeah, this guy's a
Greg, we've known each other since we were kids.
Look at this phony over here. This guy's just a big phony.
I'm going with neither, man.
But I think I'd be the fish one.
So you have human intelligence though.
Yeah, I'd be the fish one because one, it'd just be cool to be underwater breathing, and then no one would see me.
So I'm going with fish one, and I just learn like engineering and make like Atlantis.
But you have no like hands.
But like,
And how do you? Can you
Your mouth.
Can you communicate to the other fish though to help you build? Like you.
Oh yeah, if they're down. Because like I feel like in the world like you'd be a shitty horse, but you'd be a dope fish. Just put on flippers.
Oh, okay.
Like what?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, just put on actual flippers.
And I was thinking too, like if you could hold your breath long enough, you can like go out of the water and like run around and then like jump back in and like I don't know, run around.
Yeah, no, I'd just make
What's up?
Atlantis.
I mean, like I don't know how you do that, but
I'd do it. It'd be real shitty. It'd be like trash heap Atlantis.
But yeah, I think if you're in, because then at least you're in the fish world.
And then like I'd somehow get humans to know me and like put lasers on my head and then like go in the ocean. So sharks try to fuck with me. Just I'm number one down here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like if you were half centaur, like everyone would just be like, "Yo, like what is this like abomination?" But like a fish, half fish, you could probably pull off like at least something cool. Because then like scientists could use you to like swim down and like check stuff out.
It's like that movie,
What movie?
Shape of Water.
Oh yeah,
Except
I mean,
they fuck a human and that's all
Yeah.
it is. It's just incest.
so basically you are the result of that.
Hey, yeah.
There you go.
There we go. I want to be a fish human now.
I think.
That makes me laugh so hard. Just like
Okay.
you're an idiot.
What?
a fish brain.
Okay, would you rather? Okay, I'm gonna change it up. So you're the reverse mermaid, but I'm gonna give you arms now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm going with that.
Or would you just be a straight up mermaid, like a real mermaid, like you got the arms, but you have the fish tail now? Because then you could really move underwater.
Yeah, no, I'd go the reverse.
So you want the fish like torso?
No,
and
no,
then
no,
your
no, no,
arms?
no, no, no.
You just go straight up like actual.
Well, can mermaids like breathe underwater?
Yeah, they definitely can.
Okay, so I got like fish gills right here. So
Yeah, I guess that kind of thing.
definitely that one.
Yeah.
Because then like they could build like.
But then the other one could also breathe in the air now too. Because if we're giving them.
No.
Yeah?
I'd go human body because it'd be easier to like be human. Because like you could like be scientists, be like, yeah, I'm a mermaid, blah blah blah. Fucking build me some legs. Now I have robotic legs and I can be on land, talk to them, and then I can go in the water. So I think the final consensus is I'd rather be a full mermaid, but I'd go merman like.
Yeah, so if it's between half centaur, reverse centaur and reverse mermaid, then the mermaid one. But if you could choose between reverse and actual mermaid, then real.
So I'm super happy about this coffee, by the way. Like I was feeling a little
Yeah,
lower.
it gets good.
Oh, okay, so we actually, you know what we should do? Back to the whole DaVinci thing, because I
Yeah.
love him to death. I really want that video, but like we should actually just frame a picture right here of DaVinci. All right, you're just like. Oh fuck! I think he's just gonna be our mascot.
Should I rip this out?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right, here's our number one fan.
All right. Okay, so we've done some funny bits and we're about to wrap up here. Like we got another 10-15 minutes, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the recent Ontario election.
Okay, I mean, I don't know much
Yeah, no,
about
I
it.
didn't follow it all. I know that we get dollar beers now.
From what I understand, it's PC, right? Oh, it's the Conservative Party.
Yeah.
Right?
What, piece politically correct?
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Conservative. Goes to show what I know. So, Ontario. That's just Ontario, though.
It's that's what I don't understand.
When's
is
the big one happen?
another 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No,
So-
it's a while. But that's what I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how the government works, and I might get. Well,
So I
fucking
guess
40 people
Trudeau
watching.
is like he's federal, right? So he's all of Canada.
He's our prime minister.
Yeah.
He is the head figure.
So that means that must mean then there's more liberals in like the House of Commons.
Yeah.
But then Ontario is majority conservative.
Yes. More liberals worldwide or countrywide, more conservatives in Canada.
So
or in
then
Ontario.
he'll have the power to change Ontario's like
Yes.
policies.
But it still has to go through the prime minister, from what I understand.
He
So with this fucking like his thing is dollar beers, which I don't know why anybody's mad at that.
I bet that's why he got
But is-
a lot of vote.
No. His big one was the privatized healthcare because his argument is you'll get better treatment because there'll be more money going into this and we'll have better technology and this, that, and it forwards it. Downside is,
You got to pay for it. Like,
but like, for instance, it might not be that bad. So for instance, I was watching a podcast and they're talking about this. And they're saying like in the States he had a heart scare, he had chest pains. Went in, $11,000 came out. They did EKG, they tested him, they're like, you had some muscle pain. Like I've had that happen to me. Just your muscles were just not agreeing with you. And it happened to be in your chest. Walks out 11 grand.
yeah.
You have to pay by a certain time. Then they were in Australia. They have to pay in Australia.
Okay.
But it's not even close to the degree. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. So his wife got fucked up on a shoot. She slipped, fell, fucking sliced all the way up here, blood everywhere.
Yeah.
She went in, got stitches, got fixed up, everything. They're like, hey, you have to settle the bill before you leave, or else we get the cops involved, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, they're sliding over the bill, and he's like, oh my God, like I didn't need this right now. And he's thinking the American healthcare, it's $115.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, like this would have cost me $6,000 in the States. Like if it's to that degree where you go in and like, let's say you get an MRI, which is, those things are so expensive, it costs so much money to use, and I walk out with a $60 bill to tell me I don't have cancer?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Like,
I think I like the fact though, like,
by the way, I didn't vote at all, so like,
I think that as
Fuck, that's
long as there's a good like base standard of care.
Yeah.
So like, but like I hate how it's just like you break an arm.
but the
Well, I mean,
argument is-
I don't know how it would work, but I think if you have the money to pay for better treatment, you should be able to get better treatment. But I don't think we should sacrifice our standard of care.
but that's what the argument is. That
Like-
there will be, because there'll be different classes now. Now healthcare will be like class based.
Yeah,
Because it will be like, okay, I have $10,000 to spend right now. I want the best treatment.
Yeah, yeah.
Joe Blow is like, I got $40, man. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna like, you can only afford like a stitch, one stitch.
Yeah, like I like how it works now, where like, you know, like you're not getting stuck in
Everybody
huge
gets equal,
bills,
yeah,
right?
everybody gets equal care.
Yeah. So then, as long as that we have that base, then like say you can pay more to whatever, then I'd like that's great. Like as long as you're not sacrificing our base level.
We're differing here. We're on different pages
what
here.
are you saying?
I'm saying I don't like the fact that it's going to be privatized. I see the benefits, but you're saying if you can pay more, you get better care. Right now, it doesn't. They don't care about how much you can pay at all. You're getting the best care possible.
Oh yeah. So no, like I'm just saying, like I don't want like you break an arm and like you're getting hit with a huge fine, kind of like you know, like.
But that's what it is right now. There's no fines at all.
Exactly, I like that.
But you were saying.
But then like there could like so, I don't know. I'm maybe saying like so if you privatize it, right? Then you'd have this doctor has his own whatever, and then you could pay him a bunch of money to be treated like by him, kind of thing.
But you can already do that right now without paying.
Like,
I know, I get what you're saying, but I've seen like an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and it's a special doctor who only does that.
mm-hmm.
I don't have to pay to see him. He's the one specialist in town, the big one, and it was like, hey, you need to see him. You're gonna go see him. It wasn't like he's the best one in town, $100 because he's the best one. It's like no, it's like you need that care, so you're gonna go see him.
I'm saying like we should definitely. I'm almost thinking like two camps. Like we have our universal, like everyone, whatever, great, but then I don't know, like you see the Family Guy skit of the celebrity doctors.
No.
Whenever it's like a celebrity get injured, and it's just like, oh no, they got different doctors, they'll be fine, and then they just get like flown in right away and like just like mechanical surgery.
I still don't agree though. It there is a that's real in the States.
Yeah.
Where rich people get better doctors, but it's not real here. I'm sure it is to a degree actually, but it's not as prevalent. Anyways, so yeah, Doug Ford got elected. We'll see what happens. R.I.P. Rob Ford.
Yeah.
Crack smoking beauty.
Crack smoking.
Fuck.
I can't believe that's a thing.
He was only a mayor.
Yeah, but
it was a worldwide that was
Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
That's
From what I understand,
that's
he did
our
a good
biggest
job.
city. I don't know the policies of it, but just doing crack. Wild world.
I love it. All right, let's end on one. Would you rather? Do you want to talk about your week more? What are you saying?
I think we're good for time. I don't know.
One more. Would you rather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sorry. I like that.
Okay.
Would you rather not be able to open any closed doors or not be able to close any open doors? That's fucking hard to wrap your mind around.
So you can either only open doors or only close doors. Right?
Yeah. Well,
right? That's what it's saying, right?
I think so.
So I want
So, right now, we couldn't get
Oh, okay. But it's also locked or unlocked.
Ooh.
So you can either just straight up open any door, but you can't close it.
Yeah.
Or
close any open doors and I assume lock it.
yeah. So you can't close.
No, I'm opening doors.
Yeah.
I'm opening doors 100% now that... Because, what you go to the bathroom, close the door, Mom!
Yeah, because if you can't open a door, we'd be stuck in this room.
Yeah.
All right, window,
Mom! Well, isn't just a window a smaller door?
You know what? You can't do anything. Anything on a hinge is a door.
Couldn't.
But then you get in your car and you can't close it. You're driving and
you get a Jeep with no doors.
Okay, true.
Oh, are doors the beads? Is that now an improvised door that you can't close?
You can't get through the bead doors. Or no, you can get through. Or I don't know.
I had the best idea in the world the other day. Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
This is a business idea. Okay. So
bead doors.
No,
cars, but beads.
No. So could you imagine, you know how fucking car washes are you just drive through it and it fucking does it? Imagine that, but for a human.
Just like an auto shower.
Yeah, but you're on a conveyor, and then it's just close your eyes, you got a little mask on, and then it just like sprays you, soaps you. Little scrubbers come by, nice and light, and then it keeps going. Then it like fucking does whatever, and then you walk by and it's just like, okay, stand on the X, and then you just stand there and you get fucking done. It's like 45 seconds, and you walk out and you're just clean as fuck.
So it's like a Jimmy Neutron.
But no, it's just a car wash for humans.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
How dope would that be?
why would people just line up like every morning?
No, these are in every household. These are, you know how everybody has a garage? You have
Okay.
beside the garage a shower room.
Everyone has a built-in shower conveyor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Breakfast is out at the end. Like, you got bacon and eggs cooked.
okay, well, if you can just do all that, I'm down. Like, whatever. We'll just hop in
Let's
there.
make it.
Okay, I mean, that's our summer build project. We gotta build.
It's just a bunch of trees with like
No,
fucking.
you're gonna like stand on a skateboard, and one of us is gonna be pulling you on like just through something, and then like other guys are just throwing water on you. Purely automated.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good here.
Yeah.
That's episode 3. It was not 40
Episode
minutes.
3 of the Barely Educated podcast. Yeah, but wow, it's another good time.
So it's gonna sound a little bit rough again. We're working on it. The video should be good, but we're working on the sound. It's just hard. We don't know what to do. We're working on it.
All right, wrap it up. I guess we'll see you next week, or yeah.
We'll see you later.
Catch you later, guys.